Hey, it's Lisa of Life Balance Diva, and I'm glad you stopped by. There is a certain tribe of women who hang out here, and you are one of us if you fit the following traits. First off, you've got way too much on your plate. You're overbusy and overwhelmed. On the flip side, you're go-getting, high-achieving, passionately driven. You've got big dreams and visions for your life, and you're not afraid to make them happen. Problem is, lately, something's been going awry. Your overwhelm has become so big that no matter how hard you try to catch up, you always seem to fall behind. You're in a constant state of being behind. And that drives you nuts because you have high standards for yourself and you hate being behind. Simultaneously, the things that really matter to you in your life, like your relationships, your health, and even having the tiniest bit of time for relaxation, have been falling to the wayside, have become more and more neglected. You've tried lots of different things. You've tried being more organized. You've tried time management tips. You've tried being more balanced with meditation and yoga. But you can't really seem to get any of these things to really work for you. And that's frustrating too, because you're a smart woman. So these are some of the things that that make up the ick that has been your world for a while. And that's what we're here to address at Life Balance Diva. The breakthrough moment of this video is pretty simple, but it's profound. I just want you to know that there is nothing wrong with you. You're not failing. The fact that you're behind and struggling with your overwhelm is not an indicator of your ability to be able to have balance in your life. Really, the big thing that's happening here is that you are a certain kind of woman, that passionately driven kind that hangs out at Life Balance Diva, and there are certain tools that are going to work for you, and they happen to not be the tools that you generally run into when you're trying to find balance tips and advice. That's the first thing. So just know you're not doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with you, and you're not failing. Take that in. And just let that be a relief while you're listening to this video. The second thing that I want you to know for your breakthrough moment is to really just recognize that you are a passionately driven, go-getting, beautiful, inspired woman with big dreams. And that's a wonderful thing. The crazy thing about it is that it's a wonderful trait of yours, and at the same time, it's the very thing that can run you into the ground if you don't know how to manage it. And that's what Life Balance Diva is all about. It's about coming up with your version of the Life Balance Diva lifestyle that allows you to still be passionately driven, to hold on to that trait, because that is a beautiful thing about you, and it's not something to try to tamp down or get rid of. And at the same time, while holding on to that trait and cultivating it, to learn how to live your life actively and fully while at the same time not running yourself into the ground. That's what we're all about. So check out the steps that I've listed below the video. And if you find yourself inclined to sort of set this aside and, I'll get to it later, I want to share with you an image that always gets me in gear when it comes to making change around this stuff. And that's the image of imagining yourself being 80 years old and looking back in horror at having lived a butt-clenched, tight-gripped, tense life for most of, for at least 4 decades. Scary stuff. And that could happen if you don't start making some changes. It's really easy to stay with that status quo. So it's time. It's time. You've found the right place to be. We've got the tools and the company for you to do it with. So I'm really glad that you're here, and I look forward to getting to know you. Thanks for stopping by.